Good morning. It's September 17, 2024. We're critiquing the news. The article on your screen is from the Cairns Post and it's titled Trump Dodges Second Assassination Attempt. Now, the first publicised attempt on President Trump's life occurred a week after he destroyed Joe Biden in a televised debate, which resulted in Biden's undemocratic removal as the Democratic primary presidential nominee, where he got 14.4 million votes from Democrat voters, and that was how they installed Kamala Harris, who received no votes whatsoever in a primary. And then the second assassination attempt occurred a week after he destroyed Kamala Harris in a televised debate. And if you only get your news from the controlled left-wing legacy corporate media, you will probably think that Kamala won. But of course, if you watched it, you would have seen a whole different story. Now, this is proof that the globalists are out to get Trump. This isn't some random act of violence. It's part of a coordinated attack because they can't handle how Trump keeps speaking the truth. They see Trump as the biggest threat to their grip on power, and he most certainly is. The globalists are trying to assassinate the only well-known mainstream political, commercial, sports and entertainment figure who is standing up to them and their anti-humanist agenda. These aren't just attacks on Trump, they're attacks on democracy, on America, on freedom, and on patriotism. We can be certain the globalists own the media and the Department of Justice because of the absence of outrage and the absence of calls for investigations into who's really behind these attacks. Both attempted assassinations have the hallmarks of central planning. These attacks were coordinated by an agency. They're not merely disturbed lone wolves acting independently. Both had access to information that wasn't readily available to the public, and both were able to slip through security gaps that should not have existed. The media barely wants to cover these attacks. If it were Biden or Harris, the headlines would scream endlessly about attempted murder. But because it's Trump, it's downplayed. That's part of the globalist strategy to make him look vulnerable. That's how they control the narrative. They decide what's important and they downplay anything that exposes their agenda. The globalist establishment will stop at nothing to silence Trump. They've tried everything they can think of: fake impeachments, Russia hoaxes, extremely dodgy convictions for fake crimes, and now they've sent armed assassins, not once but twice, but Trump is still standing, and that infuriates them, and that makes them additionally dangerous. The globalists are escalating because they know they're running out of time and they're terrified. They've realised that their regular smear campaigns, fake news and legal attacks aren't enough to take Trump down, so now they've moved to physical violence. They can't beat him in a fair fight, so they've got to kill him. Isn't that the threat to democracy the left keeps harping on about? The media isn't even pretending to be objective. They're in on it. Notice how quickly the first assassination attempt was swept under the rug. If Trump had been hurt, they would have blamed him for provoking violence by speaking truths that their brainwashed minions don't like. They're sending a message that says we'll do whatever it takes to stop Trump. We're witnessing a coordinated effort to silence the man who stands between us and the total control of the globalist agenda. Trump isn't just a political figure. He's a movement, a force that's been awakening the American people to the corruption, lies and control of the globalists. Who benefits from taking Trump out? The globalists who want to usher in a new world where American sovereignty is nothing more than a distant memory. They can't let Trump continue exposing their plans for open borders, global governance and the destruction of American values. They know he's the only one with the courage to call them out, and that's why they've escalated from media attacks to actual violence. They don't get that Trump has already won because his message is spreading like wildfire, and the American people and the people of the world are waking up.